This is an imitation of an adult midge. I'm going to be tying it in the spent wing configuration. Midges are small flies, so tie on 18 to 24. This is an 18 1x long. I'm going to be using moose mane for the tail, 2 fibers, 1 on each side of the hook. I'm going to be using black dubbing for the body, and I'm going to be using some macrame polypropylene yarn for the wings. So having laid down a base of thread, I'm going to dub in just a little lump of black dubbing at the back of the hook above the place above the barb, although these are debarbed. That will give me a little bump to help spread the tail. You can use any dark stiff fiber for the tail. I'm using moose mane, but havelina or other fiber that's dark and stiff. Tie one in on the far side of the hook, tie a second one in on the close side of the hook, using that little hump of dubbing to help to spread them. Clip out the extra. Now I'm going to dub in the body using a little bit of this black dubbing. Now this fly can be tied in a variety of colors, as midges are in a variety of colors: green, tan, black. The black one is probably imitation to what's called the snow midge, which here in Missouri would be active during the winter. And so it would be a fly that could be used in the winter. The midges do live generally along water sources, not always, considering the number of midges that there are. They do lay their eggs in the water, and so the females need to come down onto the water to do that. I'm going to tie in this little piece of macrame polypropylene. I'm not going to worry about the length right now. I will clip the length after it's tied in. A couple of wraps to get it onto the hook shank, and then I'm going to twist it sideways and do a figure 8, and that will get me and my fingers are kind of in the way there, but I need to hold that while I wrap it. Okay, so it is a spent wing rotation, so just out from the sides, laid flat with that figure 8 wrap, and then I'm going to clip out the wings. The finished wing is about 1.5 lengths of the hook shank. Looks like I've got a little piece of dubbing hair out here. Suppose that wouldn't matter. Midges do have legs and antenna, so if those get tied in, that would be okay. So spent wing configuration, and then I'm going to add another little bit of dubbing, and this dubbing will figure 8 over the wings and in front for the head. So thorax and head, figure 8ing the dubbing over the wings and behind the eye. Wrap a little bit of a head. I'm going to whip finish that, and then I'm going to actually use some UV resin. Head cement would be fine, just to lock in the knot, as well as maybe give a little bit of sheen to the thorax. I'm using thin UV that'll soak in into the thread. And an imitation of a midge. And clip out some of these stragglers here. Try not to clip out the tail.